Cybersecurity companies are really interesting in that they have a diverse set of talents in the organizations that I've been in. So think of a company, just like any company that makes something. Obviously, there's the folks that are subject matter experts, and let's say it's a manufacturer of plastic cups. Let's say so you're going to need people in chemical engineering that understand the polymers and all the different considerations that go into the actual recipe behind the plastic cups. And then you're going to need engineers that shape those cups and look for fluid dynamics and efficiency and so on and so forth. And then you're going to need in that organization, that same organization, you're going to need people that know how to go and sell those cups to for instance, other organizations that are going to purchase them, whether they're large chains like a Walmart or others, or whether they're let's say going to sell it to other manufacturers and have them white label it. And then there's also the need in that organization for finance and accounting and HR, and there's all the other different roles within the company. And so very much like that example or scenario that I described to you, cybersecurity companies are no different. They're a company just like the others, but they make a product that is a cybersecurity product, and they're selling that cybersecurity product and providing that to consumers. And those consumers are corporations or government agencies. And typically and that's for the most part, obviously there's direct to consumer cybersecurity solutions, but what we're talking about today is selling directly to or companies that have a capability or a technology that they sell directly to a business or an organization. And so in those companies themselves, they have a lot of different types of roles. And what I've realized through my years is not a lot of people are aware of that. But the second part is that when you think about the creation of cybersecurity technology or the positioning and selling of cybersecurity technology, in many ways, that's a creative sport. So it goes far beyond just kind of linear engineering. And when you get into use casing and you get on a whiteboard and do things like that, I mean, I started out with just an art degree. And, many years later, fast forward, I found myself in the room on whiteboards with some of the most advanced technologists that you could find. And you learn along the way. Certainly, I was very fortunate to be able to do that. But what I would say is where I didn't think that my skill set came in ever, where I always felt that there's no possible way that I should be participating in this industry, let's just say. What I learned along the way is that my creativity was actually of high utility in helping look at problems differently, or look at cybersecurity problems differently, even look at product innovation differently, and look at how to position with customers differently, how to listen to their problems that they're having and be able to think of a creative solution to apply to that problem. And so none of that I just described to you is technical in nature. And it really came from being a generalist background. And so you can come into this field with a generalist background and add a lot of value. One of the biggest complaints that I have about the industry, and I've shared this with many leaders, is that we are cutting off a heck of a lot of people's potential and our industry's potential by simply pointing our education systems towards a cattle chute of very technical, just a technical linear path. Because a lot of times what happens is you're missing out on all the other talents and all the other kind of skill sets, the soft skill sets that come into creativity and come into building these solutions and come into articulating the value of those solutions to customers. And so a lot of room for differentiated skill sets. And I will say one last thing on that topic is that there's a book called Range, and it's the subtitle of the book is called How Generalists Will Win in a Specialized World. And I would recommend reading the book called Range.